Right, so it's Dan and Ryan here for Hospital Radio Haven. We're just with Ainsley Harriott. So first of all, welcome to Whitehaven.
You are, thank you very much indeed. Great to be here. You can see I brought a little bit of sunshine.
You have, I mean, it doesn't actually happen that often in Whitehaven. I mean, it's surprising. The Whitehaven festivals have been pretty good, so you must be doing something well to bring the sun.
Well, people often say don't blame it on the sunshine.
Or the buggy.
Don't blame it on the moonlight. Blame it on the boogie. Don't blame it on the
Sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times.
Blame it on the boogie. Yeah, Whitehaven. You're in for a bit of a treat, yeah.
Well, that's quite appropriate considering our radio show is actually called the Karaoke Night.
Oh, yeah,
really?
It is, so that's absolutely brilliant. So what is it about Whitehaven that keeps you coming back every year?
I think it's the sometimes people don't realise that when you working away, it's your journey to get to a place, and it's just kind of very reflective. I can jump in my car, and I thought to myself, right, I'll stop off in Manchester, see my dad, then I'll come across, go up the M6, come across the Lake District, and you know, it's something really beautiful. You don't get to see Britain that much. You know, often you're taking a train somewhere and you get off, and you know, when you're on the train now, we're all on our laptops, always doing something, always busy.
Yeah, that's right.
But you know, what's wrong with just sort of kicking back, looking out the window? When you're in a car, you can do a little bit more. You have to pay attention to the road,
Yeah, you've got to watch
especially with all them caravans.
Oh, don't get me started.
Oh, don't get me started. Yeah. Oh, lovely. But it's a journey. Then when, of course, I finally get here, and you know, I've made a few friends over the years, and I just feel kind of relaxed. I kind of like the atmosphere, and even at the concert last night, watching, you know, Catherine Jenkins do her bit. You know, I love when she said, "Oh, I need to loosen up and shimmy," and we were all waiting for her to shake her shoulders. It didn't happen, did it? Everyone kept saying,
that as well.
"Shimmy then, go on, shimmy," and we're all shimmying for her. God dear.
Yeah, she obviously just got back from doing the Dancing with the Stars, didn't she? And said,
what-
I want to loosen up and do a bit of a dance, and she didn't.
No, that's what I wanted to get up there and kind of, you know, throw around and have a bit of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers going on there. We wanted to do something, didn't we?
Well, that's right. I mean, obviously, we just caught, unfortunately, we didn't catch all of your show earlier. We caught the end of it, and we did see you dancing about to a bit of, was it James Brown you were dancing about to?
Oh, yeah, a bit of funky James Brown. Get up. Get on up, get up, get up. That's not for you. I know a lot of you are laying in bed. You can't get up, but it's well worth considering. With a bit of James Brown, he might just give you that bit of inspiration to get up, get on up.
Well, that's what our show's all about. Just get you in the right frame of mind, have a little laugh, get all jolly and happy. So obviously that's what we'll do for you.
Great healer, so that's the.
Laughter is the key thing, isn't it? Laughter and music. It was really interesting how I was watching something the other day about someone who listened to music that kind of motivated you, that uplifted you. So it might have been a song in your 20s or your 30s for some people, and it was just a time that you felt really free, and you put in your iPods or whatever, and you start listening to that music, and the communication afterwards was unbelievable, because it takes you back to a time that makes people feel really happy inside themselves.
Well, that's it. I mean, I suppose it doesn't matter who you are or what you do. There's always a song or a singer who can get you in the mood and happy, and so there's always a song for somebody, really. Obviously, because we are obviously from the radio, I mean, is there any sort of singers and songwriters that you follow or that you really like?
Well, you know, I grew up with my dad. Well, people don't realise, well, maybe a few of your patients would realise, or listeners, I should say, would remember Chester Harriet. He was a performer, he was an entertainer, played the piano, and did stuff loads on Radio 2. I think it was the Variety Club Night or something like that they used to call it. This is going back a few years ago. And I grew up with the likes of Bruce Forsyth and Des O'Connor and Bob Monkhouse and people coming to my house and hanging out with my dad. And I used to sit under the grand piano and just watch them, observe them. And people often say to me, you know, "Oh, you're quite show busy." And I said, well, that's where it all comes from, because that's what you do. You get a reaction from your folks and your parents. And I definitely remember having jazz in my house, because the Joe Harriet, the late great saxophonist, was my uncle, and so we had a lot of that kind of jazz floating around the house. People probably remember Nina Simone. We all were big Nina Simone fans, you know. My Baby Just Cares for Me and all that type of stuff. And got my arms, got my legs, got my fingers, got my head, got my feet, got my toes, got my liver. I got love, I got life. Oh yeah. I got my freedom, I got a lie.
So you don't like music then, no?
I hate the bleeding stuff. Can't be bothered with that. Oh, can't be bothered at all. More recently, I don't mind. I think music is all about something that makes you feel good, that just kind of moves you in a certain way, you know, whether it be a great Al Jarreau or something like that. I'm going back to, you know, the old classics of just, or classic artists that just did something. The great Harry Belafonte, you know, some of that music, the first reggae artist actually ever.
Yeah.
But here's a little bit of here's a bit of trivia for you. What was the very first reggae #1 in Britain?
Oh, that's a good. I mean, the only reggae artist that comes to mind to me is obviously Bob Marley. But is it Bob Marley?
No, it's not Bob Marley. Shall I put you out your misery?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, do you want to go? Anyone have a little guess?
UB40.
God, they're all getting them. I can tell they're all young. Everybody, these youngsters. It was actually someone called Millie Jackson. My boy lollipop, you make my heart go giddy up. You set my world on fire. You are my one desire. A lollipop.
So it's not UB40, but no, it is obviously one that we've all heard of.
We've all heard before. Sorry, it was a hit in the 60s there. I'm showing the age a little bit.
Just a little bit before my time, I think.
Yeah, all right then. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, so that's obviously where you got started with music and how you sort of loud and boisterous, well, I say loud and boisterous, but obviously, you know, out there. Obviously, we can't do an interview with you without asking how you got into food.
Food is an amazing thing that has been with me all my life, and I think when I look back, it's a question that obviously I've been asked before, and it's something that you kind of think, you know, where did it all begin? Because a lot of us go into a kitchen to train how to become a chef, but I think for me, more than anything, it was probably my late mother, Pepe Petrona Adisma Strudwick. How about that? That's a bit of a mouthful. Pepe Petrona Adisma Strudwick was her name, and Veronica was another pet name, I should add. But Mum was a major influence when it came to food. My brother and my sister actually teaches cooking. She's a home economist. Or teaches, you know, that food technical side of things at a school down in London. My brother is married, his wife's Persian, and the food that they have in their house is absolutely amazing, quite stunning. But he's always contributing because we all feel comfortable in the kitchen, and I think that's what really Mum did more than anything else, is that she made us feel comfortable in the kitchen. When we walked into the kitchen, we were never intimidated. We never got, get out, it's dangerous in here. We were always allowed to do something, and that's exactly what I've done with my kids now, who are, you know, seriously grown up, 18 and nearly 22, my son, and my 18-year-old daughter, all feel comfortable in the kitchen. Into the kitchen and they'll get on with it. I'm hungry, and out will come the pots and pans, not just a bowl of cereal, not just a bit of toast, but they'll actually prepare something. And sometimes, you know, Dad, I know what I'm doing, go away, you know, those gritted teeth moments, just like, but why don't you just leave it alone type thing, which I didn't used to get from my mum. But you can imagine it was that's all you want to do, is you want to pass on that confidence and give people, make them just feel, you know, relaxed enough in the kitchen that they can just get on with it.
Well, that's good. I mean, to be honest, I mean, I'm not a big foodie person. I'm not that good at cooking. I mean, my specialty is probably noodle a la pot.
Really?
But Ryan,
okay then, right.
But Ryan here does a little bit of cooking. He comes up to my house and he'll raid the cupboard, see what's in, and throw all sorts together. But I mean,
it's a bit of a ready, steady cook thing going on.
Yes. I mean, I've got all sorts of random stuff. And
funny enough, that is one thing I wanted to ask about. I thought I couldn't speak to you without asking, can't smeg, won't smeg.
Yeah.
What was it like cooking in Starbuck?
What was it? Unbelievable. For all you sci-fi fans out there, we are talking about Red Dwarf. And I was asked to do it, and I knew some of the guys previously, and they said, you've got to come along because Can't Cook, Won't Cook. It's just, you know, broken all records. We won the award for the best TV programme on television or something. I mean, you know, best daytime programme. So it was phenomenal, and suddenly to be associated with class act, isn't it, eh? I mean, if you're a sci-fi guy, I mean, that's what you want to be part of. And it was amazing, and I, like many hundreds of thousands of people, occasionally definitely sort of tune into YouTube and have a little bit of a look at Can't Smeg, Won't Smeg again. Amazing. It was amazing.
Absolutely
Brilliant.
fantastic.
I mean, we enjoyed it. I mean, Red Dwarf are actually bringing out a new series. I don't know if obviously you're interested in that, but I'll definitely be watching.
I think we'll all be watching. I think there's a generation of people who just remember it, and you know, it was when television was limited to 4 or 5 channels. We didn't have the loads of channels that we had, so you kind of found yourself watching, even if you weren't a sci-fi sort of nut really, but you enjoyed it because the comedy, the quality of comedy was timing and everything else.
Yeah.
All of them, if you think about, all of them went on to individually do their own thing on TV because it was just good.
That's great.
That's great. It's absolutely brilliant.
Thanks very much for speaking to us. I know you've got a lot in your schedule, so we won't keep you too long. But thanks very much just for making the time to speak.
Pleasure. Great being here, and good luck. And everybody that's in hospital, hope you all get well really, really soon. Love to all your families, and hey, give credit to these guys. They put a lot of time and effort into it, and I think I'm going to go and make my cheese sandwich.
Well, thank you very much again.